Hi, today on Noemi Cooks and Tells, I'm going to prove to you just how delicious meatloaf really is. Before I ever tried meatloaf, I always believed the myths that it was not good and super bland, but oh, was I wrong. So if you've ever thought the same thing about meatloaf, today I'm going to show you how to make the most juiciest, yummy meatloaf ever. And it's my own personal recipe. Let's get to cooking.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with chopping up some onion. And you can use red onion if you prefer, but I just like it better with the white onion. So go ahead and chop some up and put those off to the side, and we'll put those together with the peppers. So a nice little trick for when you cut the pepper, if you just cut the top off, cut around it, then the top should just come off nice and easy, and you don't have to worry about digging out all the seeds. Feel free to use a much smaller knife than I did, because looking at that now, it definitely doesn't look so safe. And there you go. Now we're going to go ahead and just chop up the peppers. So I did a little bit of yellow, green, and red and orange peppers for this, but you can just use one color if you want. So everyone knows that you put ground beef in meatloaf, but I like to put in a little bit of sirloin. I use 90% lean. So this is going to be 1 pound of ground beef and 1 pound of sirloin. It's going to help make it nice and juicy. So go ahead and throw that sirloin in, and you definitely got to use Worcestershire sauce. I think I said that right, hopefully. Leave a comment below if I did. So I used about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And then we are going to add in the peppers and onions. So this is kind of the part where you add in as much as you'd like. I like to kind of just do a nice handful of both peppers and onions because I just really love peppers and onions. 1 egg, and then we're going to add sofrito. So this is my little, also second secret ingredient. So I go a little heavy with the sofrito as well. And ketchup. Next, we're going to add in some Italian seasoning, and along with that, we'll also do some salt and pepper. And salt and pepper can be to taste, so definitely not too much because you don't want it to be super salty. As well as some seasoned breadcrumbs, or you can just use regular breadcrumbs. I think, in fact, for this recipe, I use the breadcrumbs with some cheese in it. And you're going to go ahead and just mix it all up nice and good. And here we are. We're going to go ahead and put them in. I like to make little mini meatloafs, but you can definitely go ahead and just make one big meatloaf. I just like making the mini ones because then that way it's kind of like meal prepping. So then I have some for lunch and dinner, and 2 for me and 2 for my husband. Gotta share. So once you have your meatloaf nice and packed in, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350, and we're going to let these cook for about an hour. And here we are. These bad boys are ready to go into the oven. So I got to give props to my mother-in-law. She's definitely the one that got me hooked on meatloaf, and she makes an awesome meatloaf. So I think I made her proud with this one. All right. And we'll check on them in about 45 minutes. Here we are. So it's been almost an hour, about 50 minutes or so, and these look super delicious, and I think they are ready. They smell so good too. Look at them. Oh, so nice and plump and super juicy for sure. And it's those little chunks of peppers and onions. I'm ready to dig in. And here we are, the juiciest, yummiest meatloaf ever. So until they invent a way for you to be able to eat food through the TV, you're just going to have to take my word on this, that it's super delicious. Or, hey, you could actually go make it because now you know how to make it now. And here we are. So go ahead and dig in, cut into it, and dip it in some ketchup. And buen provecho.
Now, if you want to pair this with the ultimate meatloaf side dish, potatoes, then be sure to check out my video on mashed potato salad. Trust me, it's just as good as it sounds. So if you're a meatloaf lover now, then you gotta give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. For my next video, I'm going to show you how to make sofrito, which was a main ingredient in this recipe and in a lot of Puerto Rican recipes too. It's super easy to make, and trust me, it's much better than buying the pre-made store kind. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe.